What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back. I'm Frank, your host here at the Emerald Scale, official YouTube home of Emerald Scale Exotics, and I want to give you guys a quick July update. Today is July 26, 2013, approximately 7 p.m.-ish or so. I'm sorry, whoa, way off. Like 5:40, almost 6 p.m. Yeah. So just to bring you a quick update here on what's cooking, I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of what's going on in my little reptile den here. So I have 6 leopard gecko eggs here. There is a method to my madness in the way they are laid. But yeah, they're not really labeled. I know exactly what they are by my little charts up here. But that gigantic lima bean shaped egg there was laid by Cleopatra, my rescue normal female. It was laid on its own. It's the only egg. It was not in a dual clutch like it should have been. It was the only egg in its clutch, and it is approximately 49 days into incubation. Those other 2 eggs you see there were laid about 2 weeks later. Those came from Cleopatra as well. And then those 3 eggs there are the 3rd clutch from Fiona, which they came out with 3 eggs. And that was on 7/4, so that was the last lay. Fiona's just laying, probably already did. But anyways, that is that. That egg there, even though it's already close to incubation, as you see, is double the size of all the other eggs. And it has been pretty much that size since it was laid. So I'm really hoping there's some kind of awesome oddity that hatches from that. But I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll definitely see what comes of that. Moving on up here, just to show you guys, this is my female Florida king snake. She is an anery morph, so that's why she is all black and white. So as you can see, she looks actually like a little cow king, but she's not. She's a Florida king. And I bought her at the NARBC this past year, in 2012. I know it just passed actually, but I didn't go this year, I went last year. And she's a purchase, so she's about roughly going on to her year. Little yearling, cow king, I'm sorry. Wow. Florida king female. Just woke up, guys, sorry about that. Even though it is late in the afternoon, I work at night, as I've said in many other videos. So, this is actually my morning. Forgive me for any errors, grammatical or otherwise. Moving forward, this is Rex, our resident male leopard gecko. I hatched this guy out myself, and he is a product of our late but great Maleficent. She was my blizzard female, het for supergiant, and Rex is the legacy of Shrek, my male Tremper albino het for supergiant and raptor, whom is now rehomed and retired, living as a pet. So that is that. This is Rex. He's all yellow and lavender, as you can see. He's bulking up pretty well. Haven't weighed this little guy in a while, but he's back on feed, and he's actually been getting very, very bulky, so I'm loving that. I can't wait till he puts on his full size. He's about a year old now. And coming on down here. Oh, I think she's still laying, by the way. Yeah, sorry Fiona. That's Fiona there, my female Tremper albino, het for supergiant and raptor as well. She is the one that has been laying the majority of our eggs. And she is laying yet again, as you can see there. I don't really want to disturb her. She does have her little nest there. I would definitely love to catch her dropping an egg for you guys, but this is only her 2nd year, and as you can see, she is really getting bothered. So I'm just gonna put her back now. But yeah, I'll bring you guys an update on those once I collect them. And down here is our rescue female. She is a normal so far. We'll see what we prove her out to have, but she is right there. That is Cleopatra, the producer of the gigantic mutant egg. She's pretty cool. So she's still got a lot of weight on her, and she's actually got some eggs in there ready to drop any time. So I'm just waiting on her to lay them. As soon as she's ready, you guys will get an update on those. Put that up there just so it doesn't move around so much, and that is that. So over here really quick, let's show you guys. This is our female corn. She is an Okiti corn snake. Now this little girl I am not too happy with. I purchased her, actually she was a Christmas present. Purchased from a local store that I really like. But I'm not too happy with this this purchase here. She's not really, I mean she does feed, and so did the male that I had, that I purchased alongside her. They do feed, but they regurge on anything more than just one pinky, especially when every other snake their size and age or smaller is eating double what they are right now. These guys regurge. The male has since passed away, but this one regurges anything more than a pinky, and it's pretty scary sometimes even getting her to keep down just one. But she hasn't grown much either way, so I'm just kind of a little disappointed though. But and I have to help her with her sheds because she doesn't seem to be able to shed ever. So you know, but for now I'll work with her. No worries. Special needs snake is always fine. We'll see if she grows into her own or something, but for now I'll keep you guys posted. Oh Jesus, feeding response like crazy here. This is my male prairie king snake. He is very hungry, as you can see. Feed me. Even though he just ate 2 full-grown and fully pregnant mice. Little less than a week ago. Actually about 4 days ago when I decided to get rid of all of them. So yeah, he is soaking in his water dish. Freshly cleaned out. Everybody's freshly cleaned as of yesterday, by the way. So he is loving his little sauna there. So just so you guys can see him, he is super awesome. This little guy has an amazing feeding response and an amazing poop response. He poops like a freaking boa twice his size. It's crazy. But yeah, that is he. And I'll put all that away after. So for now, you can see my slippers there in the reflection. Ha ha ha. And down here, hopefully he doesn't bite me, is Colibri. Oh, fart. You can't see him. Let me go ahead and get him out for you. Well, there he is. He shoots out like a little arrow. This guy is very skittish right now for some reason. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Da-da-da. Stop. Alright, there he is. So this is Colibri, my male African house snake. And as you can see, he is a full-grown adult. This guy is a Christmas present. I'm sorry, he was a birthday present a couple years back. He's probably about 4 or 5 years old now, maybe more. He is a full-grown male, and incredible little colubrid. Once again, he is a African house snake. As far as the variety, I don't believe he's one of the capes. I'm not too sure on that right now. I'm too hazy on it, too foggy. But he's got an incredible feeding response. Very strong, as you can see here. These guys are really awesome little snakes. So this is a full-grown male African house snake. The females get about double, maybe triple this size, but not so much thicker. And they are really awesome snakes also. So I definitely recommend these as a beginner snake for anybody. It's like a small little python. They feed really well, super tame. And even if they do happen to tag you, I mean, it's like getting bit by a juvenile corn or something. It's really nothing at all. Nothing to worry about. Rarely ever break skin. So with that, that is Colibri. And moving on over here, show you guys. Let me put you down real quick just so I can do this. Sorry. Get a close-up view of my shorts there. So yeah. Now moving on up to this little guy here. Let me pull him out actually so you guys can see him in the light. This is my male Western hognose. He is supposed to be het for albino. We'll see in a couple years when we prove him out. But for now, this is he. He's very, very active and very camera shy. So this is this little guy. Let me see if I can get some other light on him. There we go. Just so he's not so yellow. But yeah, he is an awesome little snake. He doesn't hiss really or feign anymore like he used to. He's pretty calm now, pretty tame. I've been working with him quite a bit. He's actually one of my favorites here. These guys have so much personality. They're so spunky and really, really funny little snakes. Any of you out there who are looking to get snakes, I do not recommend these really for beginners unless they are from a respectable breeder that can totally assure you that they are well started and readily feeding on an easy prey item. Because some of these guys can be incredibly picky eaters, very, very finicky, and to the point that they will starve if certain needs are not met. And of course, if you have no way of speaking snake, you're not going to know exactly what it is that's going to trigger him. So it could be a very difficult process. But once you have one that is well started, they are relatively easy to keep after that. And they're just incredible little snakes. They're rear-fanged, so they're mildly venomous. But it is nothing that can actually affect a human. And by rear fang, that means they would actually have to pretty much gnaw and try to chew on you and get their very last teeth into you in order to get any kind of venom into you, because the fangs that hold it are in the back, thus rear fanged. So yeah, even if it did, it's only like a bee sting. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna do anything. Maybe cause a tiny little bump like a mosquito bite, and that's about it. So moving forward, although there are rare cases in any event, just like with bees, so you still want to be careful. But yeah, they usually do not ever bite. Hognoses feign death. If you guys watch anything on YouTube about them, check out them. Some people have videos of them playing dead, and that's what they would prefer to do rather than to fight you or bite you. They would rather play dead and poop and pee all over the place so they stink like they're dead. So these are our two first hatchlings. They're both incubated for female. Still a little too young to tell if that is confirmed or not. But as I'm noticing, along with this little girl's two sisters that just hatched, if you look at her eyes, they are dark orbs, but they're bluish. I'm waiting for her, as you can kind of see there. Her pupils are red, her veins are red, but the actual irises themselves are a grayish blue. But more blue than gray. So just like a little grayish tinted blue. And I'm hoping that that stays with them as they grow, and of course mature and change into their actual colors. Sorry, iPad camera is not as good as the other cameras I've had, but as you can see, I'm doing the best I can there with the focus. She is an amazing little albino, and I'm hoping those blue eyes hold as she gets bigger and matures. If my little girls have blue eyes, that's gonna be pretty awesome. Now maybe I'm not onto something. You know, I'm sure there's probably been someone else who's produced that, being that I'm not working with anything extraordinary. They are Ron Tremper line albinos, but you know, I mean, anybody can go on Ron Tremper's site and order those, so it's not a anything miraculous or incredible. Although you never know what could be lying in the genes of the produce of the King of Leos here, but let me just show you this girl. This one just hatched a couple days ago. It's still not eating. Hasn't gone through the first shed yet, but as you can see, the eyes are also incredibly blue. And they are also red pupils with red veins. This one's still very feisty, not trusting. It's just fresh out of the egg, so we're gonna leave her for a while. And as you can see, this little girl over here, back there, is pretty much the same. That one has begun to eat as of yesterday, so she's already eaten about 2 or 3 mealworms, little tiny small baby mealworms. But that is them. So they all hatched out already, which is awesome. And yeah, those first ones up here hatched out on the 1st of July, and these little ones here hatched out on the 19th of July. So we'll see what comes next. And moving on over here, you guys can see Bubba, my little razorback musk turtle. He is super cool. I love this little guy so much. This is a little enclosure. I really haven't done much with it. I'm sorry, Bubba, but I think he prefers and enjoys the space more than anything else. He doesn't have a lot of activity or things beyond me or my beautiful, wonderful, lovely partner who comes in here. So there's really nothing for him to fear, no reason for him to have a bunch of cover. He's very secure. And he's just an amazing little turtle. You can see he has grown quite a bit. Come on, guy, come up here. So yeah, just you guys can check him out. He's really funny. So this guy eats a mixture of insects, consisting mostly of mealworms, a few crickets here and there, and night crawlers. And he has pellets as well. So that is he. He has grown a little bit, probably maybe doubled in his weight size overall, but that is his little tank. It's a 30-gallon standard and filled to approximately 28 gallons. So yeah, like I've said in other videos about him, contrary to popular beliefs, he does very well in fast-moving deep water, as long as he has stuff to climb up to the top, preferably in the calmer area of the tank so he can get more rest there. And if you can see there, he has a platform to virtually get out of the water. Only the top portion of his shell, like the maybe 40 to 50% of it, sticks out of the water. And he feels more secure that way. He actually will get up there. If it's fully protruding out of the water or he's too exposed, he won't go up there. So that's the only way I can really get him to bask in the light, which is not too far from the water surface anyways. So when he hovers around up there, he does get a little bit of UV, not much, but it's enough. And yeah, the rest is just swimming space. He can also climb up those plants there, and he has a short gap to get to the top. So he does very, very well in that climate. And I think it's actually better. It gives him a lot more area to swim around in and move around in, and you know, just act like natural little turtles. So he has been doing amazing, and I'll keep bringing you updates on him. For now, as you guys can see, here is my little Pac-Man frog. Believe he is a male since he is already several years old, and that's about as big as he is. Unfortunately, when I got him, he was a PetSmart rescue, and I didn't know, or I don't know why this developed. It was there, and as he grew, it's just stayed there with him, this weird little grin, gaping grin that he has. I know it's probably like metabolic bone disease that was there already, and his leg has never been really, I'd say about only 60 to 70% functional from what I can tell, but he acts completely normal. I just, you know, he's got that little weird gape, and as you can see what I've done here now, I still have the rock layer, I still have the filter pad, but I have since put Eco Earth back in here in place of just keeping him in water. Couldn't continue to do it anymore, and since I have restructured everything in here and taken out the rodents, and pretty much the rodents are gone from my house, there is no attractants in my house for those disgusting little gnats, and we have since gotten our air conditioner, so the house stays sealed up and we don't have to worry about disgusting little things like that. And so I have decided to go with the Eco Earth again. And here is my red-tailed boas. So I told you guys I believed my little girl over here, which is Medusa, to be gravid. I'm not thinking she is anymore, but we'll see what comes of it. For now, this is their enclosure. It is a 65-gallon, 4-foot long by approximately 2 foot tall and about 1.5 feet deep. Yeah, like 2 feet deep actually. It's a pretty big tank here, and I got my male monster in there. So I have to reiterate this once again, guys, as I've said in other videos about them. They're kept together because they have a very large enclosure, and at one point I had logs and stuff in here which I have to refurbish for them. I've just been crawling out of debt slowly, so that's why I have some sparsities in here for some of my animals. But I mean, everybody gets utmost care. Everybody is always clean, well fed, and watered freshly. I mean, religiously I work with my animals. They are my life. And regardless of the aesthetics in some cases, I do take very, very, very great care of my animals. They all feed well, they all breed well, and they all poop well. So, you know, with that, this situation you see here, these two, are freaking inseparable because I made the stupid novice mistake. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a little too crazy there, but the novice mistake of buying him, feeling sorry for him, and buying him a little partner. Actually, I wasn't feeling sorry for him. I was being reductive in space, and so decided to keep them together since I had a gigantic tank. And you know, I was researched, but I also did read contradicting things, and thought I could play God for this and keep them together. And 4 years later, when I try to separate them, being that I think it is the best suitable option, especially to get them to breed, now that I've been reading more information on breeding these guys, it's not happening. So as you guys see in my previous videos, with the issues that I had with Monster before, I no longer have those issues, although she is a little defensive right now, so I'm not going to bother them or bring them out. As you guys can clearly see them well here. You see the difference in their colors. But yeah, this is not something you want to do. I did that, and now I don't care what anybody wants to say. I'm not applying human emotion, since emotion and coming from humans, we are nothing but animals, regardless of the level of intellect we seem to think we possess. And you know, with that, it is an animal emotion. So animals themselves have proven to have emotions, whether we want to sit there and study it with little electrode nodes or not. Every single living thing on this planet experiences emotion, whether it's driven by any biological function or otherwise. I don't care what you guys tell me. I have lived with these animals for all these years. I have raised them since they were hatchlings, eating pinkies, tiny little worms that they were. Now they are pretty much full grown except for her. She's a very late and slow grower. But regardless, I am the one that's kept these guys. I have experienced them. I know their moods. I frequently handle them. And this guy, when just, and you go back in my other videos to really see the story, but just the reactions and everything and all the observations that I have had, you can't tell me otherwise. Animals do have emotions, they do have feelings, they do make connections and attachments, and yes, they don't necessarily do certain things in the wild, but hello people, we are not in the wild. We are keeping them in something far, 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 far from the wild. So unless you are devoting a gigantic room, which is approximately, this one is approximately 17 feet long by 4 feet wide, and I don't know, a standard ceiling length, which is probably a good 12 feet or 15 feet tall. I mean, unless you're giving this completely decked out with trees and a little river and, you know, something like that for your every single animal pretty much that you possess, to give it the most natural and, you know, proper range and environment, you're not really truly replicating the wild. Especially when they're on substrate like that with, you know, water dishes and all the more stuff. Okay, so it's not the wild. These are extraordinary circumstances for these guys. And being that that is, I'm sure they adapt. They also adapt with their behaviors. And I'm not going to get into that anymore, as I've already ranted enough on this video and it's already 25 minutes long. But that is that. So moving on over here, you can see the remnants of a salad. There was all kinds of stuff in there, including a wonderful vegetable pulp that I made in a food processor for this guy. He has since eaten all the pulp. He has since eaten all the other veggies and left only certain remnants of his romaine hearts there. So that is that, and there is the culprit. I borrowed that from my buddy IHTW, sorry. Go check him out, guys. He's an awesome amphibian, newt, and salamander expert. Or, well, not an expert, but he's definitely going to become one. And that guy breeds some awesome stuff, so check out his videos. He also has some leopard geckos. Big shout out to him. Thank you so much for all your support, and I definitely love your videos, man. Sorry I haven't been able to make any comments or anything. Lately been stuck on this iPad, and since they're fighting with Google, I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube, but I can't watch virtually any videos. So yeah, and I will be making a shout out video coming shortly for everybody out there, so stay tuned for that. And that's Sunny, my eastern box turtle. Just so you guys can see, he's super dirty. That's how he likes to be, but that's his shell. So yeah, that guy is awesome. He's due for a soaking tomorrow morning again. And so with that, that is the Reptile Den, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you sticking with me. That's my plant wall. As you can see, there's a lot of vines that need to be put up right now. This one already grew up there. But you can see these guys hanging right here. Ugh, can't reach it. There it is. So you can see all those vines there. I need to pull them up because it has been growing quite a bit. And hopefully we will get it all over the ceiling. So, thank you very much, folks. Appreciate your views. Thank you for all your support, wonderful comments, your subscriptions. If you like my content, please stay tuned as we grow and we produce and we get bigger and better. And there's some big plans in the works, guys. So follow me and stay with me as I go along my little path and my story, and I share it with you guys. And you know, hopefully everything goes the way I am working towards it to go, and this is just gonna get bigger and better. So with that, stay tuned. Thank you so much once again. Much love. Please keep it 100% cool. You know, if you have any constructive criticism or anything to say, I welcome it. All comments, please post them right down below. Subscribe and rate. It just takes a click and it makes a world of difference, and I really love you guys for it. Thank you so much. Peace out.